Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Carrington. If you enjoy testing new makeup, definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of all my future uploads. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to give this video a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and let's dive on into testing out the new Lunar Beauty Lauralee Los Angeles Full Fantasy collection. I bought it all, and I'm very excited to test it. We have the eyeshadow palette, we have the blush, we have the little makeup bag, and we have the brushes that it came with, as well as we have two new lipstick shades that have like the really cute Manny packaging that I love. It's not quite like these. These are my favorite, right? Like that, but it does the same, okay? And I like that as well, but doesn't have the moon, it's not black. So if you guys are excited to see what I think of this collection, what look we come up with, then definitely keep on watching. So we're just gonna go ahead and start off talking about everything that is in the collection. So first we're gonna start off with this makeup bag. Again, this makeup bag is really, really large. I'm able to fit everything from this collection into this bag, including the eyeshadow palette, which is quite a big palette, I must say. It's pretty large, but again, it fits so easily, just like right on in there. Everything from this collection fits, and you still have room for other things in there as well. Like, honestly, it's huge. So if you travel a lot, or you go places, or you just like to put your things into like a makeup bag, that's perfect. It's a perfect size. And so with the palette, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about some swatches. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. It's kind of like a neutral, vampy kind of a vibe. Like, you've got your neutrals for sure, but you've got some like green and like some vampy, like maroon type colors, some kind of like mustardy sort of shades in there as well. It's a very, very beautiful palette. So first up is going to be this shade right here that you can barely see. Honestly, it's like the same color as my skin tone almost. This is in the shade Cloudy. It's a matte. It's a light beige kind of a matte. Next up is called Your Fave. This is like a very champagne type of shimmer. We have then Besties, which is kind of like a light neutral brown. We have this one right here, which is really pretty, and I don't feel like it does, like the camera does it a lot of justice. I don't think it does it any justice, honestly. This is called Full Fan, and it definitely has a lot of pink to it, but it has like a purple and blue shift to it too that I just don't think you can really see. Next up is We're Back. This is going to be a little bit more of a cool toned lighter brown. We have Sunny. This is a gold. Next up is we have Girlies. This is a champagne type gold. Then we have Not My Vibe. That one didn't swatch the best, but this is kind of a more like warmer type medium, light to medium type brown. We have Fool's Gold. This is like a deeper type of gold. We have Aries. This is like a purple, blue, brown, shifty type shade. We have Lanny. This is going to be one of that maroon plum type of matte. Then we have Social. This is a purpley pink. It's not like it shifts purple and pink. It's like a purple that's pinky at the same time, shimmer. Next up we have Peak and Pit. This is a like bronze purple type of shimmer. It looks more bronze on camera, but it's 100% more of like a purpley brown type of shade. Then we have What's Going On. This is kind of like a very neutral type brown, like a very basic neutral brown. It's a little bit deeper of a brown, but if you need a basic good neutral brown, there it is. Next up is Mara. This is a gold and green type of a shift. We have Trivia. This is like a greenish brown. We have Virgo. This is like a really deep bronze, silver, shifty kind of a shade, a little bit of green, a hint of green in there as well. And then the last one, this one didn't really swatch the best, which is shocking. This is Break Time, and I've tried swatching it a couple of times, like building it up a few times, and it just does not swatch the best, and this is supposed to be a matte black. So I was just like a little bit disappointed in those. So next up in the collection are going to be the lipsticks. These are, seriously, the packaging's so cute. Again, has the exact same like his other lipsticks. I just personally like the packaging of this better. This is just more of my aesthetic. This might be more of your aesthetic. They're both beautiful. I love the compacts. I love the thought that they put it into it, how it's magnetic. You know, like you're you can't like just open it magically, right? So if you have little kids, fantastic, because right, most kids aren't going like that to open up the lipstick. They're trying to go like this to open up the lipstick. It's not going to open. Unrelated. But I just like the black better. That's more of my aesthetic. That's more of my vibe. If that's not yours, that's totally okay. But I think that they're very cute. I really like the lipstick shade names that they gave these. So we have Lanny and Maura. So it's like Manny and Laura, but they switched their first initials. The first letter. They switched the first letter. They first switched letter, not initial. But I mean, kind of it is the initial, but not the point. And so I really like those. So the first one that we have right here is going to be Lanny. This is going to be more of like a really peachy type nude. And then we have Maura, and this is more of kind of like a mauve, dusty rose, more of like a neutral shade as well. The next thing that's going to come in the collection is going to be this really cute blush palette. These are more of like the colors I think quite a few people have kind of been asking about. It does come with 2 highlighters. The unfortunate part about this is I think the highlighters are going to be a little bit just too deep for me and my skin tone, and that's perfectly fine. First up, we have this right here called Gold Fantasy. This is kind of like a champagne gold, but again, I think it's going to be way too deep for my skin tone. Next up is this. You can't really see it, and I've built it quite a few times, but this is the Pink Blossom. This is like the same thing as like that purpley pink type of blush that's really popular, same as the Dior. They've included that as well. We've got Rose Skyline. I think that is really beautiful. Here's the next neutral. This is Nude Champagne. Again, I would say it is more of a nude champagne, but it's a little bit deeper. It's definitely for like deeper skin tones. Then these last two blushes, it's very odd because these are the 2 blushes. They swatched terribly, even like upon building it up. But here's Peachy Keen. And again, it's just not, like I have to like keep building it up to really get somewhere, but they feel kind of scratchy. Yeah, and like this brown, like it's just really have to layer it on. So I'm kind of curious to see how this applies to the face. And then the last thing we have is we do have a set of some brushes. So I'm not 100% for sure what all the brushes are, what they are to do. So we're going to find out together. Okay, so you have this brush right here. Use this as a powder. Use this as a blush brush. I feel like people try to put like names to brushes and what they should do, and I feel like everybody uses a brush differently. So those are probably the uses that like I would use it for upon seeing it first out of the package. But then we have this right here, and I mean this could be like a bronzing brush or a powder brush as well. Then we have this, which is like a out flat type of shading brush. We have a flat packing brush. I don't want to say it's quite, I mean it is like a packing brush, but it's very soft. It's very soft for it being a packing brush. So that's interesting to me. And then we have this little like liner brush. Get up there in your lash line and smudge it out. And then we've got this right here, which I think would be perfect for a highlighter. Just, but all right, so those are everything that we have in the collection. I'm very, very excited to play around with it. I'm not sure what look we're gonna come up with yet, but we're just gonna play around and see where the music takes us. Now that I have you zoomed in, let's go ahead. Let's create a little bit of an eye look. I am not sure what I wanna do. I'm thinking maybe something a little bit more neutral. Let's go ahead. Let's start off with the shade right here called Bestie. No. You're Not My Vibe. No. Besties. Yes, that's what I want to start off with. Jeez. Took me a minute. So there's not really a lot of kick up in the pan. Like I'm literally blowing on the pan and I don't know why. Go ahead and start putting that into the crease and transition area. Okay. I feel like I did really coat the brush, and you know, it's not like pigmented, which honestly, for a lot of people that are maybe beginners, makeup artists, whatever, might like something that's not as bam intense right off the bat. So that way you have the ability to build. So you can always build, but you can't take away. That's all there is to it. But does it feel like it's been forever since I've done anything makeup related? You're probably like, yeah. Yes. Well, that's because yes, it has been. It has been. It's been a minute. I have been just crazy busy with life. I feel like that happens with everyone. I feel like I'm working all the time. I'm just tired. You know, but that's okay. That's all right. I also realized that, like, I struggle a lot with just executive dysfunction. In case you don't know. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I've shared this. I don't know if I've shared this on my channel or not. End of April, I was officially diagnosed with ADHD. And I'm still not using medications or anything like that. But it really explains, like, the amount of hard things that, like, every single day I'm trying to do. That, like, I know a lot of people are like, just start good habits. And it's like, I so badly want to start good habits. Like, you don't understand. You don't understand how much I would love to start good habits. I'm just struggling. So next, let's go into the shade. Let's go with this one right here. It's called We're Back. And we're back. Start right here. Right there. And but yeah, I got the diagnosis. It took a really long time to get it. It took a lot of testing. I'm talking hours of testing. I got to the testing center at 7:45 in the morning so I could start my paperwork so I could be ready to go by 8 a.m. I had to send in all of my medical records of any place that I could get forwarded over to them. I had to get the referral from, they won't take you just because you want to. You have to get a referral from your psychiatrist, which I did. Took me 18 months to get an appointment. And then again, I had to be there at 7:45, and then I left at 12:30 p.m. Like, it was just, and it was the weirdest test I've ever done. And I waited 6 to 8 weeks, I want to say. 6 to 8 weeks. And finally got a packet that was like this thick delivered in the mail that I am ADHD. So just trying to, like, navigate my life struggles with that. But whoo, I know I need to film. I know I need to do a lot of things. I sometimes just can't do it. That's okay. The shadows are just, they're blending. They're very nice. I wouldn't say they're like immensely pigmented. If that's something that you were really hopeful or wanting, is something like immensely pigmented, I don't think you're going to get that with this palette. I want to then go into the shade. Let's do, I don't know if that's going to be darker or not. No, okay, let's try this shade right here. What's going on? You know, you brought this case before the court. What's going on? I think that's Judge. That's not the paternity court judge. That's the child support judge. I just see her on TikTok once in a while while scrolling, because literally I get into like a TikTok rut. Okay, that shade was really pigmented, and this brush, it really picked up and laid down that product. I kind of want to go in with like this greenish type shade, but I want to take, because I know some of their shimmers are a little bit more like transparent, more so than super opaque, and I think this is going to be one of those that might be just like a little bit more, like once you put it on the lid, not as like transparent. So I think I'm going to take the shade Trivia, and I'm going to go in with this little flat brush, and I'm just gonna start putting that on my lids. Take your NYX Glitter Glue Primer. This is gonna be your best friend. Take a little bit, tap it on your pinky, and just put it right over that. Just gonna prime it for glue. Doesn't take away any of the color or anything, or nothing like that. Just looks perfect. And then we're gonna go into that Mara shade. That's what we're gonna take, that like greenish gold type shade. There we go. There we go. Yes, ma'am. Yes. That's all she wrote. Hello. I was not going to literally include these, but I need to try one of these. These are new from Give Me Glow. This is the Love It Water Activated Liner. So yes, I was correct. On the back, this little duo is called Chocolate Wasted. We've got like a lighter and we have like a deeper. I think I want to try the deeper, and we're going to try one of their brushes that comes with it. This is the G0606 brush. Ooh, okay. This is really light compared to the color I thought it was going to be. It just seems really light because in the pan, I feel like it was going to be a lot darker. So this one I think might be a little bit darker. Let's see how dark we can get that. Okay, it's darker. Just what I was wanting. So I have color switched my brush, and we're just going to move right on into the lower lash line. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to take that first shade we went into called Besties, and we're just going to take some of that on that brush, and we are just going to smoke that to the heavens. To the heavens, to the moons, to the stars. And we're going to move on into that next shade, which was going to be We're Back. Again, I'm just going to put that on the same brush, and I'm just going to focus that a little bit closer to my lash line. Still smoking it a little bit though. And we're going to focus on the inner corner. I need my little inner corner brush. And I'm going to go into the shade. Let's try the shade Girlies. This is going to be, again, another one of those like opaque type shades. Oh no. Yeah, I think it's okay for an inner corner. Yeah. On into one of these blushes. I don't think the highlight's going to work, so I'd use a highlighter from somewhere else. Scott Barnes, shout out. So let's see. I think I want to go with, let's do Peachy Keen. So this little shade right here, we got some blush, and now let's see what happens. I'm just gonna focus it towards the back, just like so. We're gonna do a lip option. I think I want to take the shade Mara, which is kind of more of like that dusty rose, and put it in the center. This is a clarity lip liner. And then I want to add a little bit of a gloss. So I do have like a newer to me gloss. It took me a second to get out, but I am going to try this from Clarity. This is in Bitch Fit lip gloss, and we're just going to try It's like a little of that. Oh yeah. That smells nice too. Yeah. It don't smell like roaches in here or nothing. Here's the completed and final look, testing out the full fantasy collection from Lunar Beauty in collaboration with lauralee Los Angeles, or lauralee Los Angeles in collaboration with Lunar Beauty. I don't really know. I think it's going to be in collaboration with Lunar Beauty because honestly, this is very much like Lunar Beauty type packaging and products. So that's just what I'm going to go with. But let's talk about my overall thoughts of the collection. So first things first, the bag is super cute. It's really nice. It's really big. So that's going to be perfect for me in traveling. Honestly, I'm starting to really condense anything that like I bring or anything like that. I'm just condensing down. I know what I really like. I know what I really enjoy. So I'm not going to just like bring a whole bunch in the event. Like maybe I want to spice it up, because I don't. Okay, I don't. But I do like how nice and big that it is. The brushes are really... Oh, this is dual-ended? Oh, I had no idea. Well, now I know. Are really like nice and soft. And I really like those. I think that like the like ferrule is just like really cute. I love the color. I love the aesthetic. I love the vibe. Again, they're really good quality brushes. I had no issues. I used the brushes that I could for the eye looks. I used the highlighter brush when I applied my highlighter, the blush brush, things like that. I really did like that as well. These lip colors, okay, so I am usually like a huge liquid lipstick person, but I went and I purchased like a few of these. I think I purchased like 3 or 4 of these, and I love them. They're so comfortable. I'm usually always really impressed with Lunar Beauty's lip products. The black liquid lipstick was not my favorite. Okay, don't come for me. That just was not my favorite black liquid lipstick. I have favorite black liquid lipsticks. That's just not one of them. But I love the glosses. I love the lip oils. I usually really do enjoy they're not like his liquid lipsticks, but they're not quite matte. They're like a very like satiny matte kind of a thing. I really do enjoy those. And so I didn't know if I was really going to like the lipsticks, but I really do. I like the color options. I think these were really good as well. I really like the names. Again, the packaging. You can't tell me nothing with this packaging. It is phenomenal packaging. I think that it's like just so cute, well curated. I think it kind of reflects both of them nicely. So I really do enjoy those. In terms of the blush palette, it definitely does take a little bit of building, which I was really surprised with, especially with how deep these shades are. I am a little bit disappointed that there is not like a lighter option. I think it would have been nice to like include like another row where we had like maybe like 2 more highlighters, maybe one a little bit deeper and one a little bit lighter. I thought that would have been nice to include. But then again, I just thought like for these two especially, this one has great pigmentation. Like when I swatched it, no problems at all. But these ones all required some building up. But then it just felt like with these two, especially this one, I just could not get it built up. I don't know what the deal was, but it did go on beautifully on the skin. It was able to be built up. I was super happy with that. I think my favorite thing from this collection, minus the lips, because I do really like the lip options as well, is going to be this palette. This is such a beautiful, fun palette. It's neutral, but then it also has like a little pizzazz of grunge, which I'm always here for. I love something that's neutral where I can maybe add like a green, or I could add like the purple to like the outer corner or in the crease or something like that, or I don't know. I really kind of want to create a look using this as my transition, this in my crease, and this in my outer corner, and then maybe this as like my lid shade, and that is like my inner corner maybe. I don't know. We may have to do another video where we're just like testing out products again and give this a try, because I really do enjoy that. I think that's like the perfect color story for me. It's something neutral, but it has a little bit of grunge, and I'm here for it. Overall, I think this collection was super fun, super beautiful. Laura and Manny did a fantastic job on it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Did you guys pick this up? Are you thinking about picking this up? Are you waiting on some more reviews to come out before you pick it up? If you've bought it, what do you like about it? What's your favorite product? If you haven't bought it and you're not interested in it, let me know why you're not interested in it. Definitely want to hear that down below. Leave all of your comments and thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Again, if you enjoy testing new makeup, also books, I do book stuff as well. Okay, so if you enjoy those as well, then definitely make sure you guys have subscribed, click the little bell, like, comment, share, all of those good things, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.